Hey everybody, it's Overdose speaking. I hope that you're having a very good day and I hope that you will have a very good moment in my company. Today, I'd like to introduce to you the game called Gods&Monsters. Gods&Monsters is a new idle AFK type of game, which is pretty common these days, but with new designs, new graphics, and honestly, I love the universe. It was launched 4 months ago, more or less. And for 4 months I've been playing every day. As you can see, I'm on server 5. I really try to wait as long as possible, as much as possible before presenting on YouTube the game, because I didn't want to introduce you to a game that I didn't know anything about. But right now, here we are. I'm on server 5. Latest server is server 87. I'm a level 167. I've been playing every day mostly, which is something very important on this type of games. So let's go in, let's jump in. This video is I'm gonna try to keep it very not short, but not too long, because the problem with these types of games is that you have a lot of things. You have dungeons, you have a lot of monsters to explain, a lot of features, and it can be very chaotic, very easily. And I really want to have dedicated video for events, for monsters, for the whole thing. And maybe if I have time, I will maybe do a new account or a new game on the latest server to help our new players to focus a little bit more on important things like a walkthrough guide. So you have all the best tips I could give after spending nearly 4 months on the game and being one of the first players ever. So, this is the design of the game. It's a lot of information, I know, so I'm gonna hide the things that are not necessary at the moment. So, as I said, it's a mobile game, idle AFK, which means that, unfortunately, it's gonna be a pay to win. I'm completely honest with you on that point. It's gonna be a pay to win. You will have to buy packs if you want to have stuff. However, I said you will have to. It's not mandatory, because you could actually have the decent stuff for free. It's kind of a tricky situation where this game is actually giving a lot of advantage if you're paying and willing to spend money into the game. However, if you don't want to spend any money or spend only a little bit, you could still have a lot of fun and be competitive. How is the game working? This is a lot to explain, but basically it's a bit like we've been seeing over the last couple months. It's a game based on monsters that you unlock through events or through pulls like this, where you have to basically pull them. I'm gonna give you an example. I'm just doing my daily release, so you have a look, and you can see that, for example, in this case, I just obtained a rare monster of quality 10. Important things, I know there will be a lot of important things, but try to follow me as much as possible. So this game, basically, to play, you need to compose teams of 5 monsters, not 6, not 7, but you can go up to 5. You can go 4 if you want to less. But the maximum monsters per team is 5. You have different displays, you can have different strategies. So this is a little bit how it works to compose a team. Important feature that you need to know, and we will have several videos about the different categories, let's call it like this, but you have factions. You have the Jaunty, which is basically the wind, you have the water for the 4 seas, you have the fire earth for the 8 wilds, you have the light for the Shendao, and you have chaos for chaos. So these are the factions. They are like a bit the families for all the characters, monsters. And then you have what we would call a little bit like which class they belong to. So you have the gods, which are basically the defense, the tanky characters. Then you have the fighters, balance between tankiness and damages. Then you have assist, so it's like basically healers, buffers, and everything like this. Then you have mages. Mages is like a lot of damages. And then you have so mages, my bad, a lot of damages most of the time on multiple targets. And then you have assassins, and the assassins are like single, most of the time again, single targets DPS, or like damage dealers, and they are actually pretty nice. I like them. So this is how it looks like. You have a lot of things. So the main page you're going to spend a lot of time on will be the main city. So again, there's a lot of information. I know, I'm sorry for this. So I'm going to try to go very quickly through everything. I'll start with the beginning. I just already showed you, but this is how you get new monsters outside of events. So you have basically to get eggs, who are the advanced monster eggs, allowing you basically to get 5-star monsters of every faction. And there's obviously, keep in mind that this is the potential releases that you could have, or the drops you could have after spending 3 months on the game and being the latest season available. And then you have the green normal incubation eggs, which only provide a certain limit of monsters, and I think, if I'm not wrong, you cap that quality or rarity 15. Rarity, something I need to talk to you about. In this game, I'll jump into the handbook because you do not have everything on day one. When you start on a server, depending, like basically the evolution or the content available will depend on which stage of the server you are at. If you are like me on server 5, then you will have the latest release because we basically were there since day one. If you are on server 87 or something around 87, you will have only less than a week of server life, I'll call it like this. And you will be very limited. Not too limited, but you will be very limited compared to what we have. So you have the normal monsters, the one that you get, like they are called the quality 6, and you can see that there's a small, not star, but there's a small indicator called, like telling you that they are level 1 on top of the names. Then you have the blue ones, and you can see that they have 3 stars, let's call it like this. I'm going to try to click on one, but I think I got none of them. These are the advanced monsters. Then you jump to the rare monsters, the pink one, the purple one. And these, they have 4 stars. You can see on top again the stars, or the whatever you call it. It's basically the evolution level of your monster. You want to get them high as possible. Then you have the epic monsters, and on top of this, so you will see they are yellow with 5 stars. And then you have again legend monsters. They are also yellow with 5 stars, and this is where the quality thing shows up. If you click, I'll go on, let's take a level 61. So this is a quality 16 monster. By the way, Ace Dragon is one of the top DPS that you will ever have in the game until you reach later level, or unless you're willing to spend a few couple packs. Money, like a lot of money on packs, to be honest. But Ace Dragon will be a huge DPS, one of the best DPS for you to start with. So you can see there, where I'm clicking, that the quality is 16. When you will start the game, maximum quality will be 16, available to drop. Or below, obviously. What you want to do is obviously try to get the quality, monsters from the quality as high as possible, but you sometimes have to deal with what you can get. So you will be basically limited to this at the beginning, like having some random 16 quality, 15, 14 and below. And what you want to do is try to work on some teams that you could work on through time, and that would get you as far as possible. I'll show you an example, very easy, on how to upgrade a monster. So I'll take, for example, let's say Verminenberg, that actually I love. What you can do, what you can see is that you will be able to put some gear there, some equipment. Then here you will have the possibility to put other type of gear, which is called soul gear. So it's like extra stuff with extra skills. And Verminenberg. So you can do all of this, you have different skills. You can see that I'm already on level 274, 274. This is very specific. I'll show you after why. You have the skills, you have the star up, one of the most important feature. This is how you evolve your monster to like the level. You can see that right now I'm like 5 star. If I want to upgrade to 6 star, I will have to sacrifice some monsters, as easy as this. So I'll do it like this, conditions, it's actually very easy to understand, and then you devour. And you can see that I just upgraded mine to 6 star. And if I wanted to do so, then you're gonna need multiple copies, and this is where it gets tricky when you have rare monsters. But anyway, this is how you work your way out with monsters. You can see that I'm already pre-advanced, not too much, I'm like far behind the top, I think, players, but it's a decent level. It allows me to compete in the, I think, top 10 of our cross-server competition. About cross-server competition, this is something that will bring you a lot of rewards. Every server basically is part of a cross-server group. Cross-server group, in my case, starts from server 1 and ends with server 8, which means that from 1 to 8, every server is in some sort of competition. So clans can fight together, or at least against each other, should I say, for multiple competitions. So you have the clan battle, you have the all vein battle. What else do you have? You have events. You have chaos compete, martial arts. Like, you have a lot of things that will be released through time on your servers. The important feature for you, and this is something that you will spend a lot of time on, will be the adventure. Adventure basically is your campaign. How does it work? In this case, it's a bit difficult to show you because I'm already maxed out, and at my stage it takes a lot of time to get to the next level. But basically you have here in the middle levels where it's written level 169 to continue, you can challenge the next stage. You can see that I'm chapter 21, arriving to the end already. And the further you get, the more AFK reward you will get when you're offline. And experience, even drops and everything will be added to your level. Something that you can do is quick battles. Every day you will have quick battles that allow you to basically get free experience of equivalent of 2 hours of AFK time. In this case, look, I have a quick battle pass. I'll show you. It says obtain immediately 2 hours AFK gains. I'll do it. You can see that I'm having quite a bit of things. My experience is going up. And this is basically how you get through the game. Every day you connect, you do your quick battles. The first 3, if I'm not wrong, are for free. Then you have to pay Jade. So Jade is a bit like the premium currency that you're gonna have. And you will have to pay this a little bit everywhere to get extra pools, extra attempt, trials and everything. But adventure will be very important. Something also very nice is this little quest feature. You can see that as soon as you realize a quick battle, you will have some adventure privilege points. They will allow you to start some quests. Quests, obviously, that I'll make a video just on them, on how to optimize them and how to get the most out of it. But you can see that basically when you use them, when you select one, you're using some points, and then after a lot of time you get the rewards, which is pretty nice, I have to admit. So yeah, a lot of chapters I've been through. You get some jades, some items to upgrade your monsters. You're gonna need some essence, you're gonna need some cultivation elixir, you're gonna need some spirit stones, you're gonna need a lot of stuff. And then it will require, let's be honest, another video to show you exactly everything about the game, because what you're seeing right now, well, it's what I see after 4 months of being on the game. 4 months of being active, 4 months of spending a little bit of money around there to get some events. But yeah, this is how it works. Then, important feature that you will want to do, and this is typical from idle AFK games, it's the daily missions quest. You'll get rewards, do not neglect them. You have to do this every day. It's very useful. Another point will even provide you, especially on weekends, special rewards and special event rewards. Let's call it like this. Then mails, where you can have a lot of rewards from contributing to different events, such as cross servers, previews. This is like, there's so many informations. I know it might be a bit confusing for you, like, but let me just show you what it looks like for me. It's like event, spend, event, spend. I mean, I have a lot of things. It's normal. This is how an idle mobile game works. Anyway, I've shown you the monsters. I'm not gonna show you every monster yet, but just to tease you a little bit, this is one of my favorite nice, like, honestly, it's crazy. He is so good looking. The skin on this one is crazy. Because yes, you do have skins. Not the best thing, but they are very, honestly, they are very hard to get, so, and they don't provide any buff like you would on other games. So at the moment it's pretty cool, and it's just aesthetic, and I really love the design. And let's be honest, they made such a nice work on that Asian part of the world, culture, mythology, and which is very cool. I love the dragons. They are so cool. I'll talk about each monster another time, but just to tease you, this is what my handbook looks like. Demon Ancestor, crazy skin by the way. I have Tao, Primal Immortal, Ebony Master. We have a lot. And look at this dude. Look at this, so cool. So yeah, anyway, we have a lot of things. We have synergies when you upgrade them at certain levels to make combos, special teams, and everything. Then you have obviously Bazaar, where you can buy stuff, Merchant, where you can buy... Actually, this is new. I never had this. This is part of the new... Oh, this is cool. I never had this. I'll give it a look later. And then something very important, I will explain it in details another time, but this is called the Resonant Array. So basically, what you want to do in this game is to upgrade kind of equally 5 of your monsters. Level wise, you want to upgrade them equally, because when you put monsters in the resonance array, they will basically, like, let's be honest, they will take the level of the weakest of your 5 monsters, top monsters. So what I'm doing is that I'm always upgrading all 5 at the same time, level wise. It doesn't take into account the stars, only the level. So what you want to do is to have like all your monsters level 50, level 100 at the same time, so the rest of your monsters can follow the rhythm. Otherwise, you're gonna have a huge gap. So this is it. Then you have other things, but these are like minor things. Another incubation, but this is the premium one, like very common on these types of games, where you have very exclusive monsters, very nice drop rates. You have all of them, and you, for each egg that you are using, you have a point, like some points that allow you therefore to buy guaranteed shards in the shop. So this is basically the game. I didn't mention obviously the dungeons, you have a lot of them. It's pretty cool, but let me show you how you fight, or how a fight is looking like in this game. I'm selecting my team. So far this is the team I'm using. I'm not very happy with it, but it's okay. So you select your players, you move them around depending on the position. You can see that mostly my team, I have some mages, assassin, and a warrior that I use like as a tank. I told you, Ancestor Dragon is a beast. He is incredible. Then you have artifact special skills. Then you have some kind of fairies which are called allies. They give you like sometimes special effect attacks. Then you have some combos also that you need to be aware of, giving you nice added damages. Actually, I'm neglecting a little bit this too much, but whatever. And then you just start the battle. And this is what a battle looks like. I'm not on maximum quality graphics, so some stuff might be lost, but I'm just going to reduce the speed so you can enjoy as much as I am. So you see, it's very nice. Like, it's very simple. I don't think it's optimized for iPad. I'm on iPad right now. On my phone looks better, to be honest. Like, the green square is not looking like this. But yeah, the game is looking very nice. I'll speed it up a little bit. You have the damage counter. You have a lot of information, and something very important I will explain in another video is the status. These status are very important. They give you buff, debuff, like also control buffs and debuffs, obviously, where you can seal, silence, freeze, stunt targets. Incredible. You have curse, and all of these icons that you can see there under the life bar are the status, basically. It's just a recap. And well, I'm just gonna skip it because it's gonna be long. You can see then the statistic. It's pretty nice, my bad. And these give you rewards, but everything that you do in this game is giving you rewards. Everything is important, and the best thing to do is always to follow the daily quest, because they basically remind you to do the important thing most of the time, except a few details. Then the achievements, doesn't matter much. This is where you want to basically repurpose your extra monsters, sorry. And then you have the clan thing, again, very important. To get an active clan. My server is pretty inactive because it was one of the first, so players tried and then moved on to other servers. I decided to stay because I didn't want to start all over again. But yeah, this is it for today. I really hope you enjoyed the small introduction to Gods and Monsters. I'll make other videos on events, all of these, obviously, happy. And on like tutorials for the Chaos Tower, for dungeons, PvP, the best meta, also explanation for new monsters, so you can try to anticipate a little bit your expenses if you want to spend some money. I'll do my best. I'll be honest, there's a lot of things to cover. I have to do, unfortunately, everything on my own. I do not have a press account or anything, so everything that I have to showcase to you, I have to do it on my own. It's gonna be very limited, but I'll try to do my best to do it as often as possible without repeating myself too much. I really hope you liked it. I hope that you're gonna start playing the game if you really enjoyed it. Again, I love the universe, the game is really nice. The community is not that big, which means that it's easy to get around and somehow be competitive. But yeah, it's actually a decent game, and it's a non-toxic game. Like, you don't have these kind of players talking all the time and overflooding the thing, and like, no, it's actually pretty good. It's pretty nice. And again, about this game, and it's the nice thing is that you do not have to spend 6 hours a day on it to be good. Half an hour, 45 minutes a day is more than enough to just be competitive, without talking about investing money. So yeah, that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully see you for the next video. Have a nice day. Bye bye.